the channel, it's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We're back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Friday, March 28, 2025. NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions for you as always. We got 3 picks in the video that I think are great value bets here for this Friday NBA slate. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. On the road to 9,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support. If you're a returning viewer, hit that like button for me as well. Always appreciate that. You guys absolutely rock. It is fun as always doing these videos with you and growing the community with you guys. Drop your favorite pick down below as always, guys. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. We'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Had several great calls once again in the chat, guys. Mateo Velasquez calling Karis LeVert over 11.5 points. Manny the Maniac 99 once again, guys, dropping the heat. He's here every day. He's in every video. He's just dropping the heat, guys. Had the Colorado Avalanche money line, cashes that. Got to get the bag, calling Paolo Banchero over 35.5 points and rebounds. And Travis Hortman calling Jordan Poole over 15.5 points, cashes that as well. Great calls from our comment cappers. You guys absolutely killed it once again in the chat. Killed it in baseball, too. In our baseball video, we had 6 call-outs. Most of the comment cappers are hitting. You guys are absolutely ridiculous. We'd love to see it, guys. Check out our social media links down below, guys. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at StraightFirePicks, all in the pinned comment and in the description. Of course, our community Discord page as well. Check out our Major League Baseball futures video as well. That is out and live. I know I've been mentioning it for a while. But if you guys are still interested in the baseball futures market, make sure you guys check out that video. I'll put a lot of time into that. And we'll see how it plays out. Hoping for good results, obviously, out of that video. I had 7 picks in the video there total. Check out our Straight Fire merchandise, guys. This is one of our shirts on our stores. The Allen the Bear shirt. It's all in. You know, it's a little play on words there. But we had a lot of fun designing a lot of the shirts and also mugs, signs, stuff like that. Check that out on our store at Straight Fire Picks there. Down below in the pinned comment and in the description as well. You guys have access to that. Check out our Straight Fire MVP program as well, guys. The best value at the channel, just $3.99 per month. You get access to all of our picks and our plays early, access to all the early lines, which could be a big advantage, obviously, as these lines will likely move. You also get access to our Straight Fire MVP exclusive pick of the day, which once again cashed yesterday. We'll go over the results here in a minute. But once again, that cash. You also get some custom emojis, roll call in the Discord, and shout-outs in the video. And lastly, it helps support us in what we're doing here at the channel. It really goes a long way in the longevity of what we do here. So I appreciate you guys. Check that out. Enough on that. Let's do a recap now from yesterday, guys. It was a great day in the NBA once again for us. 3-1, plus 1.84 units. We're on a 7-1 run in the NBA over the last 2 days. So it's been obviously a couple great days in the NBA. We cashed our added SFP MVP exclusive play, like I mentioned. DeMar DeRozan over 8.5 rebounds and assists. He cashes that easily with 12. It was minus 130. We laid the juice on that, so we made a full unit on that, which we'd love to see that. We cashed the Dallas Mavericks plus 6.5. It's probably my favorite play of the day as they ended up winning outright. Anthony Davis, just him, I think, being there made a big difference on this team. And they're actually not a bad team. Even without Kyrie Irving, Spencer Dinwiddie looks like he could fill in nicely. They have guys that just, can randomly show up at Curry. You saw Hardy do it last night. We've seen Marshall do it. Obviously, they got Klay Thompson that could do it. So they're a sneaky team. I'm hoping they get into the playoffs. I might have a futures bet on them to make the playoffs. Obviously, that was before Kyrie got hurt, but I still think they could actually get it done with the way that they're looking here of late. And if they have Davis healthy, like I said, obviously like to see that. And then we had Josh Giddey over 8.5 assists. He cashes this pretty easily with 10. I might have more than 10. He had at least 10 assists, though. Obviously, he gets it done there. And then our one miss of the day was our underplay. Bam Adebayo under 9.5 rebounds. Between him and Ware, they were just collecting rebounds. I mean, obviously, when Ware was on the floor, Ware was collecting most of the rebounds. And, Adebayo ended up getting the 10 in the third quarter. I didn't track it after that, but he ended up going over. So that was unfortunate. Obviously, the positional data that we had, I don't know, guys. I mean, there was rebounds all over the place for the Heat to grab. Just unfortunate there, and the Heat ended up winning that game outright. So it is what it is, but it's still a great day in the NBA. 3-1 plus 1.84 units. But we're back after it today, guys. We're chasing another sweep today. Like I said, we got the 3 plays in the video. We'll have one added SFP MVP exclusive pick of the day as well, which we've cashed the last couple days of that. So hopefully we keep rolling and obviously keep making money here towards the end of the season as we're gearing up for the playoffs. Our Major League Baseball Best Bets video for the day is also live, so make sure you guys check that out. That'll be pinned at the end of this video. Need to have a good day in baseball today, that's for sure. So let's get after it today, guys. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we're going Detroit Pistons plus 6.5 spread here versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Minus 108 odds on FanDuel. Love this look today, guys. We're putting 1 unit on this one. This is, to me, a great spot for the Pistons. Cavs here coming off a back-to-back, who they struggled versus the Spurs yesterday, winning by just 8. In a game that, they were projected to cover by about 15 points. They ended up really struggling most of that game. The starters had to play big minutes. Mitchell played 35 minutes. And they really had to stretch to get that win. So Cavs on a back-to-back going on the road here. Definitely a tough spot for Cleveland. They might be resting some starters as well. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Mitchell sit this game. After that, they sat Mobley yesterday, so I wouldn't be surprised, obviously, if they sit somebody today. That obviously could happen. We'll see what happens. But here, guys, the Pistons have actually won 4 or 5 home games without Cade Cunningham this season. So that's pretty good. We like to see that. Cavs, like I said, on that back-to-back. I think they might rest, like I said, Donovan Mitchell. We've also seen the Cavaliers struggle of late, guys, losing 3 of the last 6 games. And really, they've had some tight wins over some bad teams. Some narrow escapes and wins versus the Nets, Hornets, Spurs, and Blazers. All those games, really, they trailed, I believe, big time in all 4 of those. At least definitely versus the Nets and versus the Blazers. They trailed by a lot in those games. And obviously, like I said, struggling yesterday with the Spurs and winning by just 1 over the Hornets. So they definitely had those struggles of late. The 13th in offensive rating, 14th in defensive rating over the last 10 games, which obviously is not surprising, given what I just told you there about the results. They have not been that sharp lately. Meanwhile, the Pistons, actually 12th in offensive rating over the last 10, 3rd in defensive rating over the last 10 games. So if you look at this Pistons team, actually, without Cade Cunningham, it's kind of strange, but they're really not that bad. They play pretty well, actually, without Cade. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of that today. It's kind of like how the Grizzlies were a couple years ago without Ja Morant. How they play great defense, still cover a lot of spreads, win a lot of games without Ja Morant. Sometimes it's not all bad to have the guy that's jacking up 30 shots off the floor. Sometimes, obviously, Cade could carry a team. He's a great player, no doubt about it. But sometimes he obviously gets out of his own way and he just overshoots, and he could shoot his team out of a game. Well, got a lot of good players on this team. A lot of great players off the bench that have been doing well off the bench. A lot of versatility with this Pistons team, which obviously, like I said, in terms of a team, can help you out, particularly in the regular season. During the playoffs, you probably wouldn't get away with something like that, but during the regular season, you can get away with it more because obviously the intensity isn't as high. But for these guys on the Pistons, it is because they're fighting for minutes, they're fighting for the NBA lives. So guys that come off the bench, they're always looking to fill it up, right? Just because there's a lot of motivation there. So do love it. There we go, guys. For our number 1 pick, we're going Detroit Pistons plus 6.5 spread here versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Minus 108 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we are going D'Angelo Russell under 15.5 points here for the Brooklyn Nets. Minus 102 odds here on FanDuel. 1 unit play, guys. Love this spot here for Russell. This season, he's 62% to the under, 68% under in his home game. So obviously, like seeing that. He's under in 7 of his last 10 games, 8 of his last 10 at home. Under in 9 of 13 games this year when his team loses by 15 points. I mentioned that because the spread is set to 13 today. So obviously you could easily see that happen. The Clips obviously root the Nets here today. Clippers 8th fewest points allowed to point guards this season. So it's a pretty good matchup as far as for us versus Russell. Obviously, the Clippers should be able to lock in here defensively and hold him down. I honestly could see the Clippers putting Chris Dunn on D'Angelo Russell. So Russell's really the only guy, for the most part, that could create, off the dribble and stuff like that. I could see them putting Chris Dunn on him instead of Harden. And maybe sticking Harden on like one of the wing guys. And we could see Chris Dunn, like I said, playing on Russell. You got Russell and Cam Johnson playing today. Really, those are the only two guys that obviously concern you on the Brooklyn Nets that have, more one-on-one ability. Russell really, like I said, primarily is going to be the guy, though. And like I said, if they put Chris Dunn on him, I think he's in for a rough game. This Clippers team overall defensively is pretty good. So I don't think anything's going to come easily for Russell. And we see how the Nets coaches. He rotates players in a ton. The starters really don't play that crazy in minutes. Russell's averaging 24 minutes per game over his last 10 home games, so he's not playing a ton. And if that's the case here, I just don't see him hitting this line in a tough matchup. In a game where they could get blown out. This is another game where you could see, obviously, a loss of minutes for Mr. Russell here. He hasn't played the Clips yet this season, worth noting. But like I said, this Nets coach rotates a lot of players in, and I don't expect that to change with the Nets out of the playoff race. It's not like they have to win these games. They want to get a look at their younger players, which is what they've been doing. I expect that to continue today. And again, a vet like Russell going to end up seeing less minutes here, for sure. So, love it there for number 2 pick, guys. We got D'Angelo Russell under 15.5 points here for the Brooklyn Nets. Minus 102 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 3, really, this has got to be my favorite play of the day. We got Mikal Bridges over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Minus 145 odds on FanDuel. Risking 1.45 units here. Honestly, this is probably my favorite look of the day. You might be able to actually get better odds on this one. I put these picks together very early in the morning. Like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I put these out to our MVP. So check your lines around, do some odd shopping, because I only had the FanDuel line available then. So I'm imagining you might be able to get some better odds. I still like this at 8.5 as well. I think this is a great spot here for Bridges. We are laying the juice on this one, so I want to make a full unit on this one, guys. He's 8 out of 11 this season to this line without Jalen Brunson in the lineup. 6 for 6 this season on the road without Jalen Brunson, so he particularly thrives on the road. Averaging 10.3 potential assists and 7 rebound chances in those 6 road games without Jalen Brunson, so we love to see that. Bucks allow the most rebounds to shooting guards, the 10th most assists to shooting guards, so it's also a great positional matchup. He actually cashed this line versus the Bucks, even with Jalen Brunson in the lineup last time he played on January 12th. So I love seeing that. There's no reason why he shouldn't be able to cash here. Get a few rebounds, get some assists. I honestly see this as a spot where he's likely to get assists. But of course, we want to see him getting on the glass, at least grabbing a few rebounds to give us that rebound equity as well, which the Bucks have been allowing a lot to shooting guards. So. Obviously, love this spot here for Bridges. I think he has a great chance here to go over. It's kind of similar to our DeRozan play yesterday on rebounds and assists. Just a great spot here. Great hit rates, great success here without Brunson. I think once again we see him cash here today. So, love it there for number 3 pick, guys. We got Mikal Bridges over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Minus 145 odds on FanDuel. 1.45 units. And he plays for the Knicks. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 9,000 subscribers. Been a nice little run in the NBA. We're getting on track. 7-1 in our last 2 days of NBA betting. Obviously, wish we had a 4-0 again yesterday, but Adebayo ended up hitting that over. But that's okay. We're always just looking to win the day, guys. So hopefully, across the channel yesterday, we ended up going 4-4. Between Major League Baseball and NBA. It was not a great baseball day for us, but we're going to bounce back. I'm not worried about that. A couple nasty losses there, too. Just is what it is. But check out our baseball video, like I mentioned earlier to you guys. That is live. You guys can check that out. And hopefully, like I said, we sweep the slate all together. We'll end up with 7 plays, I believe. We had 3 baseball plays, 3 NBA, and then we'll have our MVP exclusive pick of the day added later. Once I get that up, that'll be posted for our members. So, if you guys are interested in that, check that out. Sign up, become a Straight Fire MVP for just $3.99 a month. It is well worth it as far as the value that you get out of that, especially with the, like I said, the added pick and getting these picks early is important. I think anybody can speak to that. These lines, like I said, will move. I put these together early in the morning. So like I said, the lines, like I said, will move. You can anticipate that. That's one of the things about getting early lines. So I appreciate all of you guys' support, though. Let's have a great day. Let me know what you're playing down below. Outside of that, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.